A man who was travelling came upon a farmer who was working in his field and asked him what the people in the next village were like. The farmer asked, "What were the people like in the last village that he visited?" And the man responded, "They were rude, unfriendly, and dishonest people." "You'll find that the people in this village are the same," said the farmer. Another man who was travelling to the same village came up to the farmer as well and asked him the same thing. What were the people like in the next village? Again, the farmer asked, "What were the people like in the last village that you visited?" And the second man responded, "They were kind, friendly, generous, great people." "You'll find the people in the next village are the same," said the farmer. This parable illustrates that our internal state often leads to the same outcome in our lives. Wherever you go, you take yourself with you. But it's not just about attitude. Deep-seated patterns, both conscious and unconscious, can lead us to recreate the same scenarios again and again, in even seemingly different circumstances. Some people end up in the same toxic relationship, only with a different person, even though it's clearly not good for them. People find themselves in a new role with a bullying manager, even though they've just escaped college with a bullying lecturer. Addicts will often find themselves acting addictively with a new thing, even though they've just been through recovery for something else. We literally become addicted to these same scenarios, and we attract them to ourselves again and again. And it will not stop until we recover from our inner dysfunction. And the first step to overcoming these patterns is by shining a light on them, by becoming aware of them. I heard of a study a little while ago that showed how addicts who stayed sober for longer periods, not because they had developed a willpower to say no to the thing they were addicted to in triggering environments, but because they had the will and the awareness not to go into those environments in the first place. They've noticed their pattern and realized that addiction is often triggered by environmental cues. They no longer go to that place, so they are less likely to use. Of course, this is just one piece of the puzzle of recovery, because the person who is not an addict or the person who has strong recovery can still go into these environments without using. So it's not just all about environment. But the moment that the compulsive spender can realize that they only slip when they've had a stressful day at work and when they've skipped the gym, say, is the moment that they can start to break free from the slavery of their obsessive compulsive prison. The inner work of healing our wounds and correcting our dysfunction is what we're going to start looking at in later stages of the Phoenix 90. In yesterday's exercise, we looked at our choices and how our choices shaped the high and low points in our lives. Well, today we're going to look a little deeper and consider the environments that our choices led us into, the environments that fueled us in making certain choices, and the patterns that play into these cycles. Which choices led us to which environments, and which environments led us to make which choices? Is it certain people we're with, or after talking with certain people? Is it certain mental states, or is it certain places? Rumi once wrote, "Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself." The more self-awareness you develop, the more you'll be able to see your self-destructive patterns are playing out in your life. As you start to notice these patterns, you'll start to become aware of the parts of you that are pricking you in the side. And you'll be able to cut those parts away and make room for new growth and new positive patterns.